Cool. Right. First, is there any general feedback about the script? What did you think of it?
I quite liked it. So I initially said that right at the beginning, this description that you've got here is really quite nice because I can visualise the scene in my mind. I was only wondering what types of camera angles you'd use because I think I just had some in mind, but obviously that's just generally speaking. Also, there's just one little line as well when Billy says the line, Georgia, when did this arrive? Has it been opened? I was thinking that it might be quite nice if you got rid of the has it been opened part, just because I think, Georgia, when did it arrive? Like, that would be a bit more punchy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that would kind of flow quite nicely. Also, they're friends, but I don't know if that was initially quite clear until right at the end when he talks about being best friends. To me, it seemed like maybe they were. It's obvious that they've got separate bedrooms, but I was thinking maybe they were in a relationship of some sort, potentially, on first impressions. And I suppose the only other question would be, if they're just best friends, how come they live together? What would be the situation? So how did they get to that point, if that makes sense? So how are they living in the same house and stuff like that?
I haven't, because that's kind of the backstory bit, and I haven't figured that out yet, but just for your, the way I would do it is on the envelope it says to the care of the guy's name, so he kind of is in the care of George's parents.
Okay, cool.
Just because I thought it'd be quite nice if they were together, living together.
Oh, cool. So in a way, George's parents look. He's like their foster son.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I like it. I think it's quite nice that it's the idea of going to uni and not wanting to grow apart and stuff like that. So I think it's quite a nice story. Actually, I quite enjoyed it.
Thank you. Does the script adhere to screenwriting conventions?
I would say so. You've got your descriptions here. You've told us what the time of day is. You've opened it perfectly. It's set out and laid out in exactly the right way. So I would say so. Yeah.
Good. Thank you. So how does the script fit with Milgram's 10-point plan? So I'm going to kind of say each of the points, and if you could just respond with the answer.
Okay.
What's the title? But I haven't got a title for that yet.
Okay.
The genre?
Social realism.
Yeah. Is there a clear tone?
I think the tone in this is one of like, not depression, but she seems quite down. So it's just that's the overall tone that I get. But then there's that nice dynamic between them. So yeah, I suppose the tone's okay.
Okay. The setting?
Setting in the house, I think it makes sense because it helps us to establish the characters.
Okay. Who's the main character?
The main character would be Georgia.
Can you identify the want, need and obligation for the main character?
She wants to go to university but hasn't been able to get into any of her options. She needs to let Billy know that she has already opened the envelope, but also that he's got in, and she's quite happy about that. And then what was the other?
Obligation.
Obligation. By that, what do you mean specifically?
So what is she obliged to do? What does she feel she's obliged to do?
She's obliged to do the right thing, which is to just lay it all out there and say, I opened it, but it was because of this reason, because I didn't want us to grow apart.
Okay. Is there a catalyst for change?
I wouldn't have thought so. I mean, there is a catalyst for change in as much as their relationship dynamic will change. I don't know if there's much of a change with her character. She's just not going to uni, and there's not much change beyond that. What's going to happen for her? Is she going to maybe visit him and still be able to go to New York? Or so that, I don't know if that's 100% quite clear.
Okay. What's the opposition for the character? It's probably the same.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Is there a climax in the script?
I think the climax is when Billy finds out that she had opened the letter, and then he gets really kind of angry. She goes up to her room, he goes into his. I'd say that's the climax, and then it kind of starts to resolve itself after that.
Yeah, so is there a clear resolution?
I'd say so, yeah.
What does the audience think or feel when
I feel sorry for Georgia. I think that she wasn't trying to be malicious or mean. She was literally just concerned about the relationship that she had, but also struggling to deal with the fact that she didn't get into uni at all, whereas Billy did.
Does every scene reveal something new?
To some degree. I mean, I'd say that it reveals something new in as much as we know she didn't go to prom. He's come back from prom and is telling her all about it. She reveals that she had the letter all along, and that she didn't get into any. So yeah, I would assume that there is definitely.
Does the narrative progress cinematically with minimal dialogue?
I think there is quite a bit of dialogue. Maybe it would be quite nice to see a few things that are unsaid, if that makes sense. So maybe we could see the use of shots to illustrate the relationship between them, maybe, or the dynamic between them at certain points. But there is at the same time a decent amount of stage directions.
What do you think the main motivation for Georgia is? Do you think that it's that she didn't get in, or that she's worried about them drifting?
I think her main motivation is that she's more worried about losing him as a friend than the fact that she didn't get in. I think she could probably eventually get over that, but to lose Billy would be like the cherry on top of a very bad cake.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem.